Welcome back to Get Ready with Juanita. If you'd like to know how I got this look today, please continue watching. So I've decided to switch things up again today just because it's fun and I love doing my makeup in the morning. It's just a peaceful time for me and it's relaxing, it's soothing. So what I've decided to do, I've got my eyebrows done. I've primed my eyelids and I have my Sephora tape on because I would like to use my glow palette from Ensley Reign. I've been really enjoying this palette, so I'd just like to use it again and create a different look. So today I'm gonna go first in with this beautiful mint color, and I'm gonna use a rougher blending brush. And the fun thing is I've got my where I've got all of this prepped, I'm gonna get to do both of my eyes at the same time. I actually really enjoy doing that. It's fun. So I'm just gonna take a little bit of time just to build up this beautiful pastel shade. And that's another thing that I really love about this formula. It's really buildable. So I'm just going in with a light hand at first and sort of building the pigment up and blending as I go. And I do love the rougher brushes as well. I know I use my BK Beauty ones a lot, but I think it's just where I had them first. And so, like, you sort of get into, well, I get into an old rut of using things, but you can teach this, person new tricks. So I'm just going to go in with this beautiful, deeper shade down here of green. And I'm just going to start building this up. And again, I'm using just a sort of a medium size, more detailed brush from Rougher. Oh, that is gorgeous, just gorgeous. So I'm just going to create some shape here and then I'll do a little bit of blending on top. I just want to use some more of this color. And why? Because I love it. I love this color. It's gorgeous. Oh my goodness. Really beautiful. Okay, so I'm just going to go back into my first blender and I'm just going to just try to soften those edges up a little bit. So I'll just go back into that beautiful mint green and just go over those edges again just to soften up the edges and do a bit of blending. Okay, I feel like I have to build this color up here just a little bit more because I've lost that. I just want to try to create a similar shape here. Oh, that's better. Okay. And sometimes you do that. Like, I notice, like, sometimes when I'm doing my shadows, that because I do have a light hand, I can sometimes just lose a little bit of that color. So I just go back in and build it back up a bit. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'll go in with my handy dandy NYX glitter glue. And it's for me, what I prefer, I like to have a primer because it does prevent fallout, but it also helps for that glimmer or that shimmer or whatever, the metallic to adhere to a little bit better. So I do actually like to lay like a glitter primer or a shimmer primer. And now some people don't use it, and that's fine too. Like, you got to go for whatever works for your body and your eyes and whatever. Okay, so I'm just gonna go over, just make sure it's tacky, but I don't want it to be like really thick or gloopy. I use a very small amount, but that's because I don't have oily eyelids and I'm pretty dry, so. And a little sip of water. Staying hydrated is always good. Okay, so now is the part of, okay. I think what I'm going to do is there's like this 3 shimmers here together, but I'm going to use this upper top corner because it's green. It's like this beautiful green, but it actually has a blue shift as well. And I'm just going to use my detail shimmer brush, and I'm going to just take that little bit from that corner and I'm going to apply it right here. Oh, man. Oh, that is so beautiful. Oh. Obviously, I like this palette. I just can't get over the formulas. They're just gorgeous. But in all honesty, I have like several favorite brands. Like, I absolutely love their eyeshadows, and they all perform beautifully. Like, this is one of my favorite formulas, but so is Odin's Eye and Natasha Denona and Fantasy Cosmetica. Adapt, they all have beautiful, beautiful formulas. The next shade I'm going to go in with is this beautiful sort of multi chrome and this one here is called Divine, and I'm actually going to use my finger and I'm going to swish it all together because it's going to lighten up the front part of my eye. Oh, and it has some of that green in it as well. So right now, like, I've been getting palettes that appeal to me because I'm paying for them, and so the color stories. But the thing is I love color. I love shimmer. And there's so many great brands out there to use. And I think that, and I'm hoping things are leaning to us going back into this area of this beautiful color, in our shadows again. And I do see that though, because, well, why else would they make the palettes and who's buying them, right? So like that's a way to look at it too. But oh, I love a color. And I like the drama. So okay, so the next thing I'm going to do, guys, I'm going to use this beautiful color right here, this blue, and I'm going to use that to do my wing. So what I'm going to do is just go along my lash line, and I usually like stay about just before half and come out, just because I find that a little bit more appealing, making my eyes, well, one, look more up, and then I'm not closing them off. I like, I try to emphasize my eyes. And now I'm going to go and use my little pencil brush, and I'm going to use the very same color. I'm going to use the pencil brush just for me to help create my wing. It's just a little bit softer and easier to use. The this brush here is great for going against your lash line, and this one's great for going against the tape. So I'm just going to use that, and then I'm going to do my other eye. And then I'll go back to my pencil brush, and I'm going to create my wing. And what I'm going to do at the end, like after I get my foundation on and all of my other cream and powder products, I'll go back in and finish the under part of my eye. But I just want to make sure that I'm happy with what I've got done here. I really like using the tape. It's just fun because it gives a really nice clean wing. And that's awesome because I'm not the most talented at doing wings freehand, but you know, it's a bit of fun. And I use my Cheekbone Beauty multi-purpose stick to help me sort of get those looks. It's good. All right, guys, so I've got that going on and I really like that. So I'll go into, no, I'll wait to use that when I'm done. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove my tape now and just sort of see where I'm at. Boop, boop. Okay, really liking that. And I'm going to go off screen and I'm going to get on some of my base products. So I'll get my foundation on, including the my concealer, and I'll be right back. I'm back and I have my foundation on, and today I put on just the Fenty foundation with the Tower 28 concealer. I just thought I'd skip that part today because I really wanted to focus on the eye look and the other products. So I'm just going to go in with my Charlotte Tilbury bronzer, and I'm just going to do a little bit of shaping here. I almost feel like my eye look is a little reminiscent of a 60s look, and that's pretty cool. Just not as graphic. I mean, they did some beautiful graphic makeup back in the 60s. And one person that I used to watch a lot of, Sophie over in England, she's so fabulous, but talented. Oh my goodness. What a talented young woman for makeup. She would do a lot of graphic liners and stuff like that. And my goodness, it always turned out so beautiful on her. Okay, so I got some bronzer on. And then the next product I'm going to use is my little Huda Beauty. I'm just going to put a little bit of the cream blush on. Boop, boop. Just wanted to use a little bit of cream blush. I like laying down a cream and then doing a powder on top. I just find it gives me a little bit more of what I want. And it's just because I like blush. And I'm just going to use a couple of dots here just to give me a little bit of something to lay my powder on. There we go. Beautiful. Lovely. And then I'm just going to go in with my a little bit of the Laura Mercier just to set my under eyes and just sort of the T-zone area, because I like to use a loose powder to set these areas. So before I start any of my other powders, I'm going to just set my T-zone and my under eyes. And with my finishing powder, I usually touch other places. I usually don't set over my blush though. I know some people do, but I just don't. I just try to keep my blush as vibrant as I can. And I'll go over the edges just at the end to blend them in. But I do like my blush. And we have a lot of blushes today, so okay, that's awesome. And I'm going to actually go in with my new Clinique blush. So I'm totally stoked to use this. I used the peach one already, and now I'm going to go in with my pink pot. And I even like the names, they're so cute. So this is, I've really enjoyed the peach pot one. It's so beautiful. But see, this is what I was thinking too, because you know what, guys, this is a great formula, I think, for people who like a very subtle blush. And this isn't flat, too flat. It still gives you a little bit of something, but and it's buildable. But where I like my blush color, I go in and I really have to build it up. But for someone who really don't like like a lot of blush, and they like a more subtle look to their blush, this is actually a great formula for them. Yeah. And they're really cute, and the packaging is gorgeous. Oh my goodness. Okay. And so these are Clinique blush pots. They're so cute. Anyway, all of the makeup products that I use will be down below in the description box. And that is like a really nice product. So the next thing I'm going to do is just go into my e.l.f. palette. This is a contour palette by e.l.f. And I'm going to just take the lighter shade here. I always like to go into my brow bone just to give that a little bit of a highlight, just because I really enjoy this color. And I find, and then I'm going to do my inner corner with this, because it just melds into all the different colors that I use. I really love it, and it gives me a really nice highlight. I might have to darken up my tail right there. So yeah, okay, anyway, I'm just going to go down my nose. I'm going to give a little dot there, and then I'm going to use this little brush here from BK Beauty, and I'm going to use it just to give my nose a little bit of contour, some shadow. And there we go. I just like how it makes my nose appear. And then I do a little bit of blending on the side, so it's just not one big old streak sitting there. I try to blend that color in, and it will be blended in too with the finishing powder. Okay, so I got my blush on, and yep, and I think that I'll just use a little bit of my powder bronzer from my Cheekbone Beauty palette here. Just a really beautiful bronzer formula this is. And I'm just gonna go right on top here. And the blush in this here is beautiful as well. That's a beautiful peach color. Okay, that's nice. Nice, good. Okay, so now that I'm at this point, I'm gonna finish my the under my eyes for my eyeshadow. And the first thing I'm going to do is just go back to this beautiful color here. It's called Frequency. Hey, do you know what's nice too? The letters are big enough for me to read without my glasses, so that's pretty awesome. I'm gonna go under my lash line, and I'm gonna be right there, and then I'm gonna join up to this wing. And I'm just gonna sort of brush it a little bit just to give it a little bit of a blend. I'm gonna do the same thing here. Just at that lash line. and meet up. Now, let's sort of just tidy that up a little tiny bit. Perfect. Okay, then I'm going to use, wait now, I'd like to have something a little bit more detailed. I'm going to go back, let me see. Actually, you know what, I would really like to go in with a peach underneath, just to sort of, because I got a bit of peach there. I'm going to go in with this light peach here, and I'm just going to use this just to lighten it up right underneath. Just like so. And I'll see what that's like. Okay. Actually, I'm not too fond of that. That's a little bit too light. I'm going to use the other peach. I'm just going to wipe off my brush, get that lightness off. And now I'm going to go in with this more peachy color maybe, just to see what that might give me. Just a little bit more. Yeah, that's more what I wanted. Maybe that other color won't look so bad anyway because it's brightening up my under eye. And having a bright under eye isn't so bad. We just sometimes got to go with that flow. Wonderful. And I'm just going to go back to my brush here. Just going to pick a little bit of this color up here and just do a little bit of blending right here. Just right into what I laid down. Just to blend that shimmer out. Oh, I like that so much better. Okay, I really like that. So the next thing I'm going to do is my Charlotte Tilbury finishing powder. I'm just going to go in with a little bit of this. And I'm going to blend my products together and soften any lines. So everything looks really nice and tidy together. And that looks so nice. Yep. Lovely. I really like that. So then I'm going to just go in with my Charlotte Tilbury finishing powder. Awesome. So I'm going to let my face dry from that, and I'm going to apply my mascara. And today I'm going to be using my L'Oreal Panorama because I've opened it, and the last time I did my makeup and used this, it reminded me why I love this so much. It is my favorite mascara, and it's a drugstore one. But anyway, guys, I'm going to go off camera to get that done, and I'll be back in a couple of minutes. I'm back and I have my mascara on, and I'm just going to be putting on my lipstick, and I'll start off with the Cheekbone Beauty Lip Liner in Sand. Okay, that's such a beautiful color. And then I'm going to use another Cheekbone lipstick. This one here is in Melina, and this is the one here. So I'm just going to use this just to try it out because I haven't used this product much, and One of the critiques that I might give about the Cheekbone products, like for the lipsticks or like these types of tubes, I don't like the doe foot. It's pretty small and I have big lips, so it's just a little bit annoying and hard for me to control. So a bigger doe foot would have been more appreciated. But other than that, so far I've like like the formulas of the products, and especially like the lip liners are really gorgeous. Uh, Loving the bronzer and the blushes, gorgeous, and my multi-use stick, gorgeous. And I do like this. Like, I mean, that's beautiful. That's a really beautiful shade. It's a beautiful lipstick. It's sitting on there. It don't feel super sticky or anything like that. And so I do like the product itself. Just don't like the packaging so much, just because of the size of the doe foot, though, because I think the packaging itself is so attractive. And then you've got that clear tube where you can see the shade, and that's one of the things that annoys me about the Oden's Eye formulas. I love the Oden's Eye formula. The only downside is I don't know what the shade looks like. I don't like Snuggle. Okay, I remember that one being my warm color that goes with my orange looks, but I don't really remember all the others, and I have a few now, so it makes it a little more challenging because I got to open up tubes and stuff like that to actually see. So I guess with every product there's a little, downside, but that's a minor critique. Other than that, the product is gorgeous, and I love this shade, and I love it with this look. I mean, I really like how my look turned out today. So guys, if you don't mind, please subscribe to my channel and hit that notification bell so that you're notified of any future video uploads. As well, if you like today's content, give my video a like. It would really help me out. And leave a comment. I would love to know your opinion. I personally love how my makeup look turned out today. What do you think? Anyway, guys, you know what? I'm feeling really good and I'm ready for my day. And I wish all of you guys a good day too. Bye.